I love the attitude and I love the spirit. I love the accessibility. Anyone can come here and see the shows. Anyone can come here and work and participate in transforming the space. We're here for all of those urges. If you want to see a play, we will be here. We'll be doing 10 plays a year. Come see them. If you want to do something, we'll be here. Come do it with us.
So the Empty Space began 01/02/03, January 2nd, 2003. There were a bunch of us doing Current Shakespeare Festival, and we got together and decided that we were going to start a theater. So it was me, Bob,
Guinevere Park Hall,
Corey Rickard,
John Sampson,
John Wells. There were probably, I would say, up to 100 people who helped us put this thing together. It was an empty church that we came in and we remodeled it, and we just put out a call for volunteers. A lot of people came in and helped us, hours at a time, days at a time, weeks at a time, and we put it all together in less than 2 months.
That's right, yeah.
It was probably 2006 that I started doing my first work here. I've collected a really, really excellent team of people. People that I can trust, people that I can delegate to, and know that if they're asking me questions about how I want something done, really they're doing it to be polite because I trust them implicitly.
Deciding the season, the plays we do, that's more or less my job, but I do look for feedback from others on our board, just so we can find a good balance.
We have a pitch day at least once a year, sometimes twice a year. We do plays that people are passionate about. That's our aesthetic. That's our kind of our mission. And so when people pitch plays to us, we take those, and then Bob kind of lays out a season with all sorts of considerations, and then brings it to the board for approval. I think when you get to a certain point of time, it's tough because you go back and you'll say, oh, this one stands out, and then you'll remember another one, you'll say that one stands out. And so it's kind of like children where you're not supposed to have a favorite.
Right.
You might, but you don't tell them that. The shows that stand out are the ones that kind of took us to a different level. Avenue Q is one of the first real big musicals we did, and it kind of changed the way that we started generating revenue. So that was huge for us. And then Cabaret did the same thing. So those are kind of like strong shows that have changed kind of our business model. The major appeal is, I think that people, when they see shows here, first of all, the intimacy, because you're feet away from the actors, right? There's not that kind of divide, that fourth wall, because we're a 3/4 thrust. So you're right there with the actors and with the rest of the audience. I also think that no one is paid at the Empty Space. It's an all-volunteer organization. And that's because we want, equity. Everyone's in it for the right reasons. And I think people know that, and they read that vibe, and I think they appreciate that.
When people come in here feeling like they're going to have to endure a play, that it's going to take the amount of constitution it takes to complete the Tour de France, and that's what it's going to be like to spend 2 hours in a theater, and they leave having seen something so much fun that they forgot that they meant to not enjoy it. Now, what gets to me is when people complain about this town, like there's nothing to do, like it's a backwater, like it's a cultural wasteland, because there's so much going on, and not just us, and not just the theaters in town. There are galleries, there are musicians, there is so much culture, so many dedicated people, that if you can't find something to love doing right outside your backyard, frankly, the thing you love doing is complaining. You're not trying. It's really a wonderful, wonderful environment for creatives of all kinds. I'm working with people that, I mean, if they're not among the most creative people you can find, I don't know what. It's a remarkable place.
We one part of our initial mission was we don't want anyone to have a reason not to see live theater, and so that's where we originally were donation based, and we've kind of changed our model over time so that we could generate revenue and ensure that when people make reservations they show up. So now you can't make a reservation without a donation up front, but we still hold 10 seats at every performance. That people can show up and pay what you can. And I think that's important. Anyone can come see a show at the Empty Space anytime, regardless of their financial situation. And that's something I think that from the beginning we were very passionate about and very proud of.
The Empty Space is emblematic to me of the concept that what theater is transforming an empty space into something. And we run a gamut here. You can see plays here that are two characters standing in an otherwise blank room, and that's theater. And you can see plays that are more along the lines of what I do. All of this sawing, transforming this empty room into a completely new location. I love that, and I love the attitude, and I love the spirit, and I love the accessibility. Anyone can come here and see the shows. Anyone can come here and work and participate in transforming the space. We're here for all of those urges. If you want to see a play, we will be here. We'll be doing 10 plays a year. Come see them. If you want to do something, we'll be here. Come do it with us. We will transform an empty space into something new. Every month, we transform. And that's remarkable.
esonline.org is our official website. It's got you can make reservations through that page and find out about the shows that we're doing currently, upcoming shows, upcoming auditions, almost everything. We're on Facebook too. We're a big presence on Facebook. So
you can sign up for our mailing list. We email out once a week with information. So that's the best way. But esonline.org.